March 23rd, 24th actually, and it's finally warm enough for us to be back on the boat. It's been really a cold winter with a fair amount of snow, so if it's cold down here, it's really cold on the boat. But there she is, waiting for us. We don't cover it. It's more work than it's worth, in my opinion, but everything washes off in the spring anyway, so a little bit easier if you don't have to dodge heavy canvas over the boat all the time. I had previously plugged the boat in, so we do have lights on the boat at this point. And this will be an opportunity while we work to charge our batteries, which is a good thing. Can't leave them. They were new last season, so let's not ruin those at this point. I go up and down this ladder about 50 times each winter. Now I'm carrying 2 bags and the camera, so it's taken me a while to get up on the swim step. Made it. Work light on. See the lights on inside the boat. Takes a while for me to get my stuff situated so I can throw a leg over and get on the boat. I guess that's what I was doing there. Go for it, Bill. There we are. Now all we got to do is find the keys. They're in there someplace, in my pocket. And in we go, finally. Oh, nice and bright inside. All the lights are on. And take a quick look around. It's pretty messy. There's sheets covering everything, or just about everything. It's our sofa. Our dining room table. I won't bother with that. It's really covered with stuff. Here's our lower steering station, which we never use. But it's a nice nautical theme. And the galley, which did not get molested this winter very much. We got a couple things that still have to be done there, but they're relatively small. Let's take a walk up front and just check the V-berth. Got a work light on in there as well. Everything's stacked up. All the linen's home. All washed and ready to bring back down to the boat. Past our guest berth and back up to the cabin. Over the dirty sheet. Go outside and take a quick look around. I always do that too. I don't know why, but the boats are, as you saw before, very close together. That's okay. You can step on the next guy's deck sometimes and do some work if you need to. See what I mean? And look around the other side. There's nobody really close to it. It's in the back, just the front. That's a 1939 Wheeler Playmate. I think it's probably seen its last days in the water. That's a very nice 80s series Hatteras. And what's that? Oh, our block iron sticker. Hey, time to get to work. First on the list is trim tab pump. It's not working. There's no fluid in it because it had a leak at one of the fittings, and that dribbled out over the years. So we are going to put new lines on there. Had a lot of trouble finding the fittings for those lines, but we found them. And they're back in place now. And there's the trim tab pump with the top removed, We were going to fill it. There's a little filler on the side there. But it turns out the tube is so small that we didn't have anything that would fit it. Couldn't get the fluid to flow without slopping all over the place. That's a picture of the plug for the fill. You can see how small it is, but we'll come up with something. Next on the list was to reinstall the starboard starter, which has been rebuilt. It took about 2 months to get it rebuilt, but that's okay. They knew we were boaters. This thing weighs 35 pounds, and is really a bear to get back up under the engine. We have V-drives, so the back of the engine points towards the front of the boat where there's a lot of stuff. But we manhandled it in eventually. This is before we tightened the bolts, but we did get them tightened. And the starter's in. Can't really try it yet, but it'll work. We won't have any problems. It will be just fine. We did a bunch of other things while we were there, and then decided to check out the river. We always have to do that. See what the condition of the docks and stuff are. The travel lift is back in place. That's always a good sign. Although it's a little early yet. They can't really put docks in the water yet. Because we have a lot of rain in April, the river will come right up, and we'll cover that parking lot that's right there. So they have to be a little bit careful. I doubt we'll have that problem this year. The reason for that is the ground isn't frozen. There's a broken spile. I think they lost 4. The river froze over completely and blocked itself completely this winter, so the spiles take quite a lot of abuse. And we got to take a little walk just to see what's going on. These docks are all tied down one to the other, again because of flooding. You don't want to lose these. They don't look like much, but it takes a long time to build them if you have to replace them. They're recovering some of them at this point while they have the time here in the spring. And the tide was out, so there wasn't a lot of current in the river. That's okay. It looks better when the leaves are back on all those trees. And they graded all this in the fall to make it nice and smooth again. Big improvement. Check out the boats. A lot of sailboats here, because this is a yard where you can do your own work, and that appeals to a lot of people, including me. Look around, some familiar boats. This is a Bertram, about 45 feet long. Boat I've always wanted to own, but won't. It's been here for a couple of years. I don't know what its status is. That's a little bit too much boat for me, but I'd love to just run it once. And it's Bertram Week. There's another one. Sinfully. That's a nice boat. Well cared for. And there's a boat we don't know, so we have to go down and take a look at that. Ooh. There's a Trojan, 1978, it says on the back. Of course, I have to go up and inspect it. It's in very nice shape. Beautiful shape, as a matter of fact. Make a nice boat for somebody. Kind of a classic pre-1980 convertible. Oh, Monson, Mass. We have a dock mate from Monson, Mass, don't we? Hope they sell it to somebody good. And looking down, the sky's getting a little dark in the background there. Oh, here's Plain Hooky. This is an Ocean, 46 Ocean, I think, owned by the bank. Took it back, bad loan. Once the bank got it, they didn't know what to do with it, so it's been sitting here ever since. And there's another Bertram. This boat has been here for a while. It's a project boat. Owner finally took the engines out and sold them, diesels. So that boat will go nowhere. Too bad. Would have been a nice project boat for us 10 years ago. And you can hear the saws and stuff going in the background. Those curtains are going to be coming down soon, and put more light inside. We can do some work on the exterior of the boat. Get ready for a nice summer.